I'm Bill.
I'm Chase.
And this is Wildcat Chat, the home of all things Kentucky basketball. All right, welcome back to Wildcat Chat. I'm Bill.
I'm Chase.
And this is a week of January 27th, 2025. So we're going to recap the unfortunate Vandy loss. Didn't see that one coming.
Sad week.
Yes.
Only one game and back-to-back losses for the first time this season.
Yep.
Very disappointing. I was very frustrated, so I'm going to try to tone down my irksome, righteous anger at poor defensive play. But before we do that, we got to throw it over to podcast producer Brian over here, who has informed me that I have to put his lovely mascot, the Blob, up on this table for the entirety of this episode because Xavier was, in fact, the only team out of the fandoms in this room to win.
That's right. X gonna give it to you. That's how it goes.
Thank you, DMX.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
So, your icebreaker for today. I want to keep it simple. What I want to ask, what is your perfect meal? If you were like, this is the one thing I want to have before I leave this mortal coil, what meal would you
Mortal
have?
coil.
Yeah.
Wow. Feels like Matrix-esque thought
The
process
red
there.
pill or the blue pill?
I'm always the blue. You first.
Me first?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well,
I
if
like so much food.
If I go by like childhood favorite, has nostalgia about it, makes me feel the best, you will kick me off this podcast. You will.
Is it pizza that's not my pizza?
It's pizza that rhymes with. No, I'm not even gonna say it. No, we'll just. It's Little Caesars. I'm very basic. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's terrible. All right, now, so if I went.
Little Caesars.
No. If I couldn't pick. Roses.
I got chest pains.
Sorry.
I think I'm having a stroke.
Gosh, that's a good
My
question.
right side of my
Perfect
face
meal.
drooling.
We're not even gonna go with places. Just like I love me a good mac and cheese.
Okay. Who's got the best mac and cheese?
So
The man
around
over there is
town-
asking.
Around town, it used to be Keystone, and they're gone. But
Keystone was good.
Keystone would have their mac and cheese named like punny, which podcast producer Brian would very much love.
Love it.
From old band names.
Okay.
And it was the
He forgot.
No.
He forgot.
I did. But they had an Oreo Speedwagon one that was chili on top of the mac and cheese. That would destroy you. But they had one.
Cincinnati style chili or like Hardy?
No, that was like
Texas
Hardy chili. But no, they had one with like Swiss cheese and ham on top. Oh, it was so good. And I really wish I knew the name for it right now. But they had buffalo chicken on top. Oh, it's delicious.
That's the Buffalo Springfield.
That was Buffalo Springfield, but it was something cordon. Cordon
bleu?
But it was for cordon bleu, but I do not.
James Cordon?
No, it was Cordon Lightfoot as over Gordon Lightfoot. So Cordon Lightfoot, mac and cheese from Keystone. Monday nights they'd have half off macaroni. Oh, is this sticking too much? Actually, you know what? It is La Rosa's. La Rosa's cheese pizza. There we go. What's your pick, Bill?
Just cut it. Just can't. Well, it starts with a great.
It cuts back and I'm just gone.
Hi, I'm
no
Bill,
longer with us.
and this is Wildcat
Forever.
Chat. Forever. 84 years later. It always starts. Yours starts with a Diet Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My meal would include a McDonald's Coke or McAllister's has a really good Coke too. Just saying.
we just
runner up.
we were
32
going to
ounce.
go there, but I do believe some of them have the Coke Freestyle machines.
I don't like those freestyle machines because they use a sweetener. They use a sweetener box, and then in that sweetener box, they take Diet Coke to mix to make regular Coke. I know the ins and outs of those machines because I used to
That
service
just
them.
makes me happy that I know some people are getting some Diet Coke in their life.
Yeah, and they don't know they're getting. And they don't know they're getting it. It's the best part, and they're getting it. So
Don't get it, you're gonna like it.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
So McDonald's Coke, breakfast it'll be McDonald's biscuits and gravy. Have you ever had McDonald's biscuits and gravy?
I've had biscuits and gravy from McDonald's.
Oh, they're so good. I know because it's
right.
weird to say. So good. I mean,
Like over like Bob Evans, like a
yeah,
place.
it's not even close. Honestly, they got like red pepper flakes in there. It's just for $3.74, depending on your municipality. Pretty good. That'd be breakfast. Pizza for lunch. Love Donato's pizza.
Yes, Donato's pizza.
Not the other one. And dinner, I'd probably go a good, nice steak from like Jeff Ruby's or Walt's hitching post.
You know, it was a perfect day of meals. Dang it, I only gave
sorry.
you one. I'm sorry.
I
That's
elongate
okay.
it.
I just assumed you ate that for every single meal that day. just
Macaroni and cheese.
Eggs and mac and cheese. Is that a thing?
It would be if I was on death row, because I would be on life support after that for 3 straight meals. Oh my God.
You're not the one with lactose intolerance. I would. That's how I'd want to go.
I mean,
Just
that's
a
true.
mountain of cheese.
Let's get into it. Thank you, our associate, Brian.
Yes, and thank you for beating, quote unquote, the best effing coach in
How
this
about
sport.
that? What a psycho. I just don't like that guy. And he was the ruler of the jungle at a Bengals game this
I know
year.
his post-game interview was just like, I am not saying Who Dey this year.
Yeah, I just wish he'd go away.
Yes.
Him and his baldness and his glasses and his...
Dan Hurley, if you'd like to look it up.
Yeah, no one likes that guy.
No
Not
one
even
likes
his own
either of them.
family.
Yeah, not even his...
The name
either of the
Hurley
brothers,
with
yeah.
Duke and just... Speaking of, so Andrew Carr did not play.
It was not on my radar. I had no idea that he was even debating that.
Just, yeah, it was very frustrating. You know, I want to tell you, when we didn't talk a ton about preseason signings and all the drama. We did a little bit our first episode, but there was a guy who, by the way, has the best first name. We talk names on this a lot. His first name was Great.
Great.
Like, could you imagine, like, oh, look how cute he is. What do you want to name him, honey? He's great. Yeah, he is great. No, that's his name. What? His name is Great Osibor.
Okay.
Did you ever remember hearing about this guy? He was a transfer. No idea where he played at, but I really wanted the guy because he was like a load.
Yeah.
Oscar Tshiebwe, and he went to Washington, and we got Andrew Carr instead. I hate to say it because Andrew's our guy. We like Andrew, but I wish we had Great Osibor.
I get it. Especially,
Yeah.
they're saying this might be a injury that
Lingering.
lags on maybe the entire season.
Yep.
And
So
you could tell in the first half they were trying some unique, I'll call them unique, you can call them bad lineup scenarios that in the first half.
guess who played again? Guess who showed up
He
again?
did.
Colin Chandler.
Yeah, I did. I saw,
What
I
are
was
we
like,
doing?
yes.
Keep that guy off. Don't even let him dress.
I saw Noah pass it, and I was like, for context, I was in line outside of a concert in Columbus, and
Was
I
it a
watched the
good
entire
concert?
game.
Was it Taylor Swift?
Okay, but we
Wasn't
were
Taylor Swift, was it?
No, but we were outside for about an hour and a half, and it was freezing, and I was not prepared for it. So I'm watching the game shaking, and but it said Trent to Colin, and I in my head was like,
We're gonna
Bill's-
lose.
No, I was like, Bill's not gonna like that.
So our good friend from ESPN 1530, Tony Pike, who played at UC,
Yes.
he texted me during the game and he said, "Who is number 9 and why is he playing?" And I responded with, "That's Trent Noah, and I'm not sure."
Well, he apparently had the best effort on the team in some scenarios, so it's a bummer that he had to play, but
Yeah.
A+ effort, Mr. Noah. We've had 5 losses this season.
Does it feel like we've had 5? It feels like a lot.
I think at this point in the season, in the waning back half years of Calipari's tenure, 5 seems good. If we got under 10 losses in a season, it was a good season.
Yeah.
I think we're 14-5.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just, I saw a tweet, so we're on this topic. It was like, what if we lost to Duke but beat Clemson or beat Ohio State? What if we lost to Texas A&M but we beat Alabama? Like that scenario,
Yeah.
like same
What if
record,
scenarios?
like same record,
Yeah.
but you have the team that you're like, oh, that was a bad loss.
We don't really have a bad
it's not
loss.
bad
right?
loss, but we should have beat them.
Yeah.
Because I think in your brain you'd be like, well, Duke should have beat us.
That's fair. Gonzaga
should have beat us. So
I'm still going to say Ohio State is the one we shouldn't have lost.
100%.
Yeah.
And
Mainly because Ohio State. But
so when I saw in the first half of our 5 losses, 3 of those 5 have involved a center or a big man, 4 or 5, shooting a 3 and banking it in. And it happened in the first half of this game, and I was like,
Welcome
that's when
to
I knew. I
Kentucky
was like,
basketball.
I think we are going to have a
long day.
long day.
Yeah.
And going into the half down 14.
What happened there? I mean, the brakes just fell off
So
because it was a back and
we
forth game.
averaged, and this is trying to, want me to be a stat guy, trying to get into the weeds of this. We averaged in the SEC 11 turnovers a game. We had 10 in the first half.
I knew it was coming.
They picked our pocket, just steals alone. They had double-digit steals. 10 steals against us, 17 turnovers. Now, that means they only had 7 in the second half, but we have some footage of the second. I'm going to tell you, they came at very inopportune times. I'll say that. But the first half, they looked lethargic. We were joking about the fact that the 9th man off the bench had the most energy running around.
Is that why he's number 9, you think?
White guy with the white T-shirt under the jersey. It's my favorite guy off the bench. You're just like,
Patrick
yes,
Sparks.
Yes, let's go. Sadly, he did not have Patrick Sparks' energy that game, but at least he was going after, for some odd reason, this team, it's like they're allergic to 50-50 balls on the ground. They can't get them.
Yeah.
If there's a tap up of a rebound, they're not getting it.
Yeah.
Even if they're boxing out, it'll hit Almanor's face and it'll bounce off Mary Williams' back, and you're just like, how did they not just grab the ball? It just seems like it's cursed. I don't know. But what they were doing is when Trent, or your favorite person, was playing, they were like, we're just going to have our guy drive to the basket.
Attack him.
Attack them.
If Colin Chandler had 3 minutes and he had a turnover, if you do the math, I'm not a math guy.
It's like minus $1 billion.
Actually, I am. He'd have 11 turnovers in 33 minutes. That would be a fantastic performance.
Yeah, it's like watching the movie 300, and they got their whole phalanx and they got their shields up, and then there's just one guy in the corner that just forgot his shields, and they're just like, we're just going to attack the corner. That's exactly what it was.
I thought we were going to kick somebody into the
you are Sparta. Ah!
Yeah, that would have been better. So
we should have, because we were the taller team, bigger, which is weird. We're not usually
we
the bigger
out-rebounded
team.
them 43-30.
Yeah.
So if I would have told you last week we're going to out-rebound this team by 15, we're going to overshoot them. We shot them.
Second game in a row. Better free throw percentage, better three-point percentage, better overall field goal percentage.
And we lost.
Yeah. Because we had 17 turnovers, and they shot 12 more times than we did. It was a 5-point game.
Does this mean we need Kirk Risa back sooner than later? Because I feel like if Lamont doesn't have the ball, we're in trouble on offense.
But it's the last 2 times when Lamont at the end of the game, and I have some clips.
He had 6 turnovers.
He did not make good decisions, and people are thinking he's still not good, health-wise.
Yeah, Mark Pope said that too.
Not 100%
in his press conference post-game.
There was a game.
We should sponsor a post-game press conference. How much we like him. Go ahead.
I like that.
Yeah,
well, we could try.
Wildcat Chat, sponsored by Wildcat Chat.
But if we have,
you think they'll take $7?
Do you think they'll take Witt's custard over that soft serve and Rupp? Like they're just combating, like they'll just both.
It's gonna
be
be tough.
Yeah, it'll be tough. Yeah.
I'll see if I can make it happen.
There was a possession, and again, maybe it's because you got a meter of energy, and you're trying to preserve it before the actual play starts. But Amari walked up the court. He's just walking, doing his thing, and I was like,
he beats to his own drum, doesn't he?
Yeah, and
he's off the reservation.
Some good stuff, and then some bad stuff. And what's sad is what looked to be the player of the game.
Yeah,
like to me, he has been every game.
Yeah,
Oweh.
Yeah.
Spearheaded that comeback with Almanor's threes and just some good defense in the beginning of the second half. For those 10 minutes, we go down 14 to up 7. Amazing.
That's what this team can do.
He had several great plays.
Mm-hmm.
But then one that was just detrimental. And I don't think it lost them the game. But I was just, and I played devil's advocate. We're going to watch it. I do not think it should have happened. Butler making bad decisions.
6 turnovers.
And of course.
And Oweh had 4, so 10 between the two.
And of course, you can't blame refs. You go down 14 in the first half, you can't blame refs.
No.
But there was a play where the refs missed 2 things that legitimately spun the entire momentum the other way, and the UK didn't have a chance the rest of the way. So we have all that footage. But I wanted to hear from you any of your positives, because I know
positives of the game. I mean, Oweh is a major positive for me. The guy is a gamer. I think he's a stud. I mean, Robinson, I'm liking that he's still shooting. I mean, he was
a little quiet this game.
He was, but that
he took some really tough shots, like extremely.
This spot on the court, the guy does not miss. Have you ever noticed when he's like, and he doesn't like to shoot it from here. He shoots it from like South Ecuador, like it's somewhere like down in here.
So for those of you listening on the audio, we're talking about like the left mid corner of the 3-point line, whereas he was shooting right corner a lot in this game, and it was just fadeaways and bricks.
Yeah,
didn't look like great shots.
Another positive is Trent Noah. If Carr is going to be out for an extended amount of time, it'd be nice to have Noah play a couple more minutes, because the guy was as the kids like to say, a bucket in high school.
Mm-hmm.
He scored 30-plus a game in Harlan, and I think he could be a positive.
But talking
impact.
about these guys that need to step up because Kreese is hurt,
Yeah.
Perry did not do what he had been doing.
I think they're trying to wane Perry down a little bit because
Interesting.
I just don't see him playing a ton. I think that his...
You think by the time he can be a senior, you think he'll be
Oh,
playing?
yeah,
Okay.
junior.
Okay.
Like Dominic Hawkins style years ago, like Kentucky guy that he had a hard time transitioning because of his size, because Perry's short.
Yeah.
Perry's not used to this. I can't score at will right now because I saw Perry play 3 or 4 times in high school in person, and the guy scored whenever he wanted. This college transition is hard for him. I think it's going to take him a couple years.
All right, so I'm going to go through 2 tweets before we just look at a little footage of this game.
Why do they call it tweet? Shouldn't it be called like an X now?
X.
Kinda
It's
weird.
It's just hard
X
set.
is gonna give it to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's
Thank
just
you.
hard set.
That's why I brought it up. And our esteemed
Before the game.
colleague, Brian, helped me
Before
out.
the game, this was the tweet. Kentucky ranks 352nd. There's not many more teams.
I don't
other
think
than
there are
this.
352 teams.
Out of 364. So we're in the bottom 12 in guarding the pick and roll ball handler. The Cats are 285th, a little better, but that's still terrible, in guarding the pick and roll guy. So you're literally 12th worst on the ball handler, really bad on the roll guy.
So we suck at defense.
But for some odd reason, it's just the pick and roll offense, guarding it. I don't think we did terrible, but even Jimmy Dykes on the commentary multiple times was like, you can't go under the pick.
Oh, we always go under the screen.
And that is
Every
why,
time.
And that is why the ball handler, who usually is shooting the 3, that's why we're 12th worst in the entire country. We can't. Garrison usually does it. It's usually the guy that is slower.
Yeah.
Because if
Amare,
you go up, they're
Garrison,
just going to dribble
Carr.
right past you.
Yeah.
It's a bummer that we can't use our size of a big guy like that to make it harder for them to dribble past us.
I just figured it out. Oscar Tshiebwe was also equally terrible at the pick and roll. I think when Calipari left, he did like a little like voodoo spell in that locker room to make this team suck at. Who, by the way, he's coming up. We got to get into him in a minute. He's coming to town. It's not
yeah.
Santa.
Oh yeah, I
It's
was like,
definitely not
Oscar's,
Santa.
Oscar's coming back to town. No,
Oscar probably lives in town.
I had a buddy text me and he was like, I miss Oscar Tshiebwe. And I was like, you miss his rebounding and I miss his rebounding too, but there are aspects of this type of style
Yeah.
that he would not.
He wouldn't be able to keep up with the offense.
So-
He'd be like,
I saw, this is not the tweet I said, but I saw another X. I saw another X post that talked about how this, it was from Matt Jones, who was great. Love you. The idea of this team not having a superstar. The only way this team is going to win is if they execute.
team cohesion. I saw that one too.
And it's always offensive execution because if they pick apart our defense, we can still overcome that if we shoot. Now, this is the post I'm going to go now. In every loss away from Rupp Arena, UK's not hit 70. Matt Jones always talked about the rule of 72. That was the big thing. If you hit 72, you're going to win.
Yep.
What can we do on the road to get
More
scoring?
buckets. Not
might-
turn the ball
it
over
might be-
17 times.
There we go.
Yeah. A little ESP there.
They shot 10 more threes than us, but only made 3 more.
Speaking of ESP, what's your favorite X-Men?
Oh.
It's the guy with the helmet. Remember, doesn't he
So
have ESP?
you're doing a mind thing. That's your favorite type of X-Men?
No, I didn't say that. That's why I brought it up.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not going there. Yours is Wolverine, right?
Oh, technically, growing up, it was probably Wolverine. But I thought Nightcrawler was just
That's
dope.
my guy.
Okay,
Yeah, that's my
there
guy.
we go.
Yep. All right.
Just
go.
being able to teleport, that's so dope. Have a tail? You can hang from stuff? It's cool.
You just like him because he's blue.
I guess, we have, but I
Go Big
I
Blue.
would say it's more
We
Xavier
don't like this
Blue,
guy
though,
because he's
yeah.
blue.
Oh
No. Get him out of here.
Sorry,
X, get him out of here.
Sorry, half of the podcast episode, the blob will be on our table.
I couldn't let that happen.
All right,
Not in a Kentucky house.
So I
in a
do want to
Cincinnati
show.
home.
I do want to show some stuff because I know we like actually going over footage, and I wanted to discuss some goods and some bads as we look at this we look at this Vandy game. So this time of the game, what is the score here?
7 minutes to go.
Yeah, up
I remember
4.
this very well.
Yes. So
Oof.
drive 3. All right, so they drive shot a 3 in the corner. We're gonna try to help with the with the people just listening on it, but I want you to watch Butler's defense in this. I thought it was Oweh until I watched this. So we're going to pick apart some defense. So Butler's on the man. Now he's playing, like half man, half ball. But why did he take a step over there? Why did he take a step too deep?
Too deep with Amari behind him.
Messed everything up.
Yep.
Oweh had no chance to get out
deep.
there. All right. So now he's going to take it into his hands. Now we're going to go up the court. And this is the one play that you're like, we have to at least show this. Amari drive. Let's just give it to Oweh up top and do your thing. I mean,
He's just nasty.
he's so good.
He's nasty.
He's so good. Not exactly a poster jam.
Look at the stupid guys in the corner
yeah.
because that stupid court.
I do think it's great that he dunked and then one of the non-starters
jumped
was like
because they had nothing else.
No, but gave him a high five because they're that close because you're never there.
Yeah.
All right, so but again, we go from that straight from that play. So they shot a 3. We decide to.
This is like a one shot in the movie world. We keep going
trying.
back and forth. Except you keep pausing it, but it would be a one shot. How's that a foul? That's just good defense.
I think so. But anyway, so I wanted you to see.
I'm surprised Kobe Bryant actually played defense there.
But
jeez, Jackson.
That's why. It's
Jackson
just like,
got burnt. Cut
he
it
got
off.
burnt baseline so bad.
Yeah.
Bray at least turned his eyes, but he's following a guy going through motion through baseline. So who is that guy's man supposed to be? Look at Amari's eyes. He's walking. Right here, he should be down in that corner, and he's just like, let's just watch.
Yeah.
Again, I know he's trying to set up for a rebound potentially, but and there's just some highlights of the dunk. You have to. So do you want to go bad Oweh or you want to go in chronological order? Do you want to jump?
You're in control.
Okay. All right. So this is your play. This is the play of plays. This is the play that the refs decided to just.
This is when the game ended, in my opinion.
I
turned it off.
Too, yeah.
I broke my remote.
So we have 7 seconds on the shot clock. You can't see it because of the.
Kicked my couch.
You have 7 seconds on the shot clock. This is great defense. They have to throw it to a freshman. Tries a Euro step. Amari just
get it out.
Blocks it.
Get that stuff
Almanor
out
gets
of
the
here.
rebound, so you got Jackson bringing it up. So we are up 1. Now, obviously, just watch. The only thing you need to watch is Amari trying to set himself up.
First off, he's getting held right now.
Right now, he's
Call
getting
the
held.
foul.
Yes.
Look, he's even saying,
also,
get him off me.
Then watch Mark Pope's
This is not my
hands.
girlfriend. Get him off me.
Watch Mark Pope's hands. So Jackson throws it Oweh. They shift. Almanor comes up for the screen. Now he's trying to set up. He's trying to set up for a lob over. Look at this rebound.
Look at the hook.
All right. Now you see all the hands on the left side of the bench are like, what is happening? Look at Mark Pope's hands. What is happening? So we have 2 guys on the ground. That is obviously a foul. No call.
You know what I would have done there if I was Mark Pope? I would have probably like clotheslined the ref. Like, you got to call that.
Little Mike Tomlin action on the sideline.
No. I'm thinking Bobby Knight. I throw a chair at him.
Ooh, okay. All right. So now you got a fast break where it's technically 4-on-4 because only 2 guys, 1 for each team's on the ground. Quick drive in, throws it out to the corner 3, and
It's always the white guy.
so now it's. We didn't really talk about, but that rebound was not acquired by Amari because that was a foul. But that was a 3 from Oweh that literally went in and out. So we have a 6-point swing where an almost 3 happened. We don't get the ball back. They shoot a 3. We're going to rewind this real quick. I need you to explain to me and to our listeners at home, how many steps does this gentleman take? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5.
That is a travel. Should not
in
have
all
even,
50 states.
not even
And
been-
Guam,
yes.
too. It's a travel in Guam.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It is.
That's
Just
amazing.
looked it up.
So 5 steps. Goes for a timeout right here.
Yeah. Man,
We
look at
go
that
from-
wingspan, by the way. I wish he could play. You think he could dress up as Andrew Carr and nobody know?
I don't think he'd have the wind, but I think he could.
For like a out of bounds play?
Dude, I think he could get a rebound or
He
two.
blocked Kobe Bryant once.
That was going around. I did see that. So now we have to call a timeout because we go from potentially up 4. Now we're down 2.
Yeah. The fix is in, as they would say.
Yeah. This is what we call. Now we talk about Mark Pope being the timeout guru.
Yeah.
So we have a minute and a half to go. We're only down 2 though.
Yeah.
We have better field goal percentage. We have better everything. We're out rebounding them. This is the play.
By the way, hold on. Let's pause it.
Yep.
We're down to the minute and a half to go. Why is Kobe Bryant not in the game? He's your best shooter on the team.
I don't know. Maybe defense to offense.
Well,
But I know we're on offense right now.
And
but
you have timeouts. There's a minute and a half to go. Put
I
Kobe.
don't know. I do like this lineup. I think, honestly, because I think Almanor's had a better 3-point percentage than Brea.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
He needs to be.
right.
Hopefully, he gets warmed up. So you have Butler here. This is supposed to be your leader. Also, last weekend, they lose by 5 to Alabama, correct?
Yep.
He makes some questionable decisions down the stretch.
Questionable's nice. Terrible.
One or two possession game, and that's all she wrote. All right, so he throws it in to an obviously defended.
Yeah, he's guarded.
Yeah, he's guarded very well. So what does he do?
Are they dating? They're touching a lot, those two.
All right,
Look at that.
good defense. So what? He's like, no, let's give it back to. What are you doing?
Do you think he got paid to throw that pass?
No,
to their,
I just don't think that's a. And you can see they call
it's
it timeout. He's
frustration.
frustrated.
Yeah.
And then so
Can you show that to me again? I got to see how terrible a pass that was again. That was so bad. Ugh, what are you doing?
You obviously, if he's on your left hip, throw it
to
inside.
the right hip.
Throw it.
Yeah.
Throw it to the inside.
Let Amari take his soul.
Look at Mark Pope's
Yeah.
like, what?
You think
What is happening?
Is his head itching? Or
Yeah, I just think because he's like.
I
this
had
is-
that pose in the Louisville
He
game.
talks about. They're like, this is the guy. I come to UK.
Yeah.
I have to literally change out my entire roster.
For him.
This is the first guy.
Yeah.
This is the first guy he goes to. He's your leader. He's the guy. Went to the Final Four the year before. He just can't make those plays.
We haven't lost at Vanderbilt since William Wallace and Braveheart.
I'm glad
know
that you
that?
brought that up. Yeah. Oh gosh, freedom. All right. So they now have the ball, still only up 2.
Oh, we're still watching. Sorry.
Yep. This is just the 2 possessions.
There's our boy Trent Noah just getting absolutely cooked.
Yep. Drove right on him, and that's why the bummer that he's in. So it was, I don't know why Amari was trying to block that. It was a floater.
Well, he's
He
trying to
doesn't get
block
the
it
offensive
because
board.
Trent
Yeah.
Noah can't play defense.
So
Stone feet.
So now we're down 4. Still have a minute to go. This is what we do. My guy. Now I'm not Butler.
Why do you own him?
Butler,
I would like to
but
make claim.
Jackson was your guy.
Hey, I like
Let's
multiple.
let's watch my guy.
Just like 99 down low. I like multiple,
is that?
man. What was that?
So you have that goes into a foul. Now we're down 4. We got to talk about this. I think this game's still in range. We're only down 4.
With 24 seconds to go.
So here's the issue, and I understand it. You have all your best shooters in. No big men.
Yeah, Brea's finally back.
Yes.
Now
So
the
you have-
game's out
so you
of
have
reach.
Brea,
Great.
Butler. It's so funny that Almanor is now one of our best shooters.
Yeah.
Owe, and then Jackson at the top of the key. 2 foul shots. It's not a 1-on-1. He makes the first one. Goes back into a timeout. I just want you to see the layup. We got everyone on the foul lines. We got everyone has a position ready to box out. Timeout. This is the second shot. Everyone is now guarding Jackson Robertson up top. 3 of the 5 people. You have the guy that's shooting.
Nobody there.
Nobody there. We have, and again, there's no big man. So I bet these kids have never tried to box out on the bottom block.
Wait a minute. I haven't seen this play because like I said, I thought the game was over. Is this that white guy get the rebound?
Do you want to watch this?
Does the white guy get the
Watch
rebound?
one guy.
He doesn't even look like he should be playing
Watch
basketball.
Owe. And again, he's probably never been on the bottom
He's
block.
a Tennessee chess club champion.
Listen to this.
That
Watch,
kid.
Yeah. Watch the effort.
He's a chess player.
And it makes me so sad.
He probably skis.
Hands on knees. Second shot. And
He's not even
let's put the
interested.
hand there. And let's watch. He runs around
Oh,
everybody. Yeah.
dear Lord.
And honestly, fun fact, they gave the ball back to us. I thought it was such a good move by them.
Just
They
give
called
it
the
to 'em.
timeout. They should have just given it.
Just
I
end
was
the game right there.
That's when I turned it off.
Yeah.
They
That's
missed
bad.
they missed a shot. They shot foul shots, but they only shot like 3 for 11 from
Yeah.
foul shot. They shot terribly.
4 for 11.
4 for 11. So we had chances.
Yeah. I know.
Owe cannot do that. Again, I understand. Usually when you're a point guard, you're 1, you're 2. You're up at the top of the foul lines.
Yep.
Up the top blocks. You gotta put a body on somebody. But it's happened to Amari multiple times.
Yeah.
You should never get a defensive rebound on a foul shot ever, unless it is. Oh, Sorry, I don't have paper. Yeah.
So I threw the Vandy game behind us. It's behind us. We're going to move on. So huge week coming up. Let's break it down into 2 segments because obviously we have our boy coming back.
It's gonna be a lot to talk about. I understand.
But first, huge game at Tennessee,
Oof.
which they might be my most hated team in the SEC. Tennessee, it's the fans. I think it's that Rocky Top song.
Growing up, it was just because of your brother, but Florida for me was definitely my most hated team.
Florida they're just not very good.
Well, as I was in high school into college when Noah was there, and he's just the
Joakim Noah with his like
most unlikable human being on the planet.
His like Kansas City chop, the Chiefs, who we also
my
hate.
thing was I just remembered when we went into there with Meeks in the Billy Gillespie years, dropping 54 points. So I was just like, even when we were at our lowest low, we still beat them. So, but now they're much better.
Lowest low was Billy Gillespie, but he did bring us Jody Meeks, which is a national treasure. That guy was just one of one. So at Tennessee Tuesday night, they're ranked 6th.
I think they lost already. They lost to Auburn, but they lost to who we just lost to, Vandy, the week before.
Yes.
So I think we're going to be probably this is going to drop. We're recording this probably before the 2-3 hours before the new rankings drop. Yeah. I bet we're going to be. They're still top 10, maybe 8 or 9. We'll probably be 15 or 16.
I was going to say we're going to be
in the top 10.
Yeah,
but we're still ranked. We have to be still ranked.
Yeah. So it's used car salesman week. You got Rick Barnes coming to town, or we're going to Rick Barnes' town. So, 2003 Honda Accord, 2006 Hyundai Tucson. Make a deal. Rick Barnes, John Calipari. I mean, these are the 2 sleaziest. Now I can talk about Calipari that he's out. Just the 2 sleaziest guys that you wouldn't want any woman in your family around. I don't like Rick Barnes. I never have.
I didn't hate him at Texas.
I guess he was irrelevant at Texas because Texas sucked. Other than Kevin Durant. That was an anomaly. They had Durant there. But so Rick Barnes, just, not a fan. They've got a really good lineup. And it all starts with Shaz Lanier, which Shaz, yeah. Zakai, Ziegler, they've got a guy named Igor. That's cool.
That's
I would
awesome.
like my middle name to be Igor.
There you go.
Yeah. So, Lanier. It starts with Lanier. So transferred in from North Florida. I don't have it pulled up. I think that sounds right. He's there. So they had Dalton Connect last year.
I
big,
do
tall,
remember, yes.
shooter.
Yes.
Plays for the Lakers now. This guy basically filled that role really nicely. He's their scorer.
Okay.
I've watched a couple of their games. Tennessee. He's tough. He can make shots with 14 people guarding him, which feels like it's too many men on the floor, but they allow it. And he scores at will. It's crazy. Ziegler's their Lamont Butler.
Oh yeah, I
4-year senior.
Remember him, yeah.
He's 5'9".
Oh, he's a short guy, but that's why he's just stealing. He's stealing, taking.
He's wiry, very slippery.
Taking the cookies, as the kids say.
Cookies,
just all the time.
Do you know about the Costco cookie?
No.
The chocolate chunk cookie?
Mm-mm.
You don't know? You don't know about the Rizzler?
No.
You don't know about all that? The 5 big booms?
No.
You clearly don't have a 12-year-old son.
No, I do not.
All right. I kind of want a Bruce Pearl. I mean, I like Mark Pope, but I kind of want a Pearl. I love his passion. Rick Barnes just feels
All right.
Nothing to be excited about. He's just.
So you said like used car salesman type.
Yeah.
I just see how much Bruce Pearl sweats, so I just think he has like the same concept. Like he is just. It's like he has something he needs to like confess. Like he needs to. Forgive me, Father, if I've sinned, because he's just sweating.
I feel like Rick Barnes is the guy that would tell you like a unicorn's like pooping in your air filter, and you'd have to change it, and you're like, unicorn? No way! Like I had no idea that was in my car, and you walk out and it's like $784 later, and you're like, what did they do to my car? That's Rick Barnes.
Okay.
So
I thought you were just talking about Bruce Pearl. I was like, that is literally the.
Bruce Pearl would be a great person to ask what would be his last meal, because the man is not skinny.
That's literally the definition of a used car salesman. I didn't know we jumped back to Rick Barnes, but okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So we won at Tennessee last year, and they won at Rupp, which I thought was interesting.
That is interesting. And then, didn't we play them in the SEC tournament? Didn't we play in the neutral floor, or did we lose before we got to them?
Before we got to him. You had high hopes.
Yes.
And then Calipari reminded you who he is, and then we lost.
We won and done in the SEC tournament.
Because the SEC tournament doesn't matter.
And then we were one and done in the tournament? last year? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't even.
Can you remember when we actually went deep into the SEC tournament?
Yeah, it was like 2002 or something. No. Calipari won it a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
So do you think we're going to beat Tennessee?
I think we both are coming off, I think it's 2 of the last 3 games losses. I think we have a lot to prove for both teams. I think there's going to be a hunger being in their arena, which is notoriously tough for UK to play in anyways. I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be extremely tough.
I think we're going to lose.
I think we would be hopeful for a split, but 3 in a row would be rough.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose tomorrow night. I think we're gonna win against Arkansas on Saturday,
which I wouldn't hate, but that just makes these last 2 games hurt more because you expect these big game losses like your Auburns, your Tennessees. These guys are in the top 10.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay when you lose to them.
Not Gonzaga, but Vanderbilt also just beat Tennessee.
Maybe Vanderbilt's better than people think.
I do think just
like Georgia.
Georgia, exactly. So that's not my issue. It's just that if you look at our lineup and you're like, oh my gosh,
it's tough.
Those are the games you have to win. They showed from here on out. Alabama, they play Auburn twice. Every team they play from here until the SEC tournament is in the top 15 in the country right now. Just absolutely wild. So it's not easy for anybody
except for Arkansas, who's not top 15 in the country.
Well,
with their 8 losses, soon to be 9.
Hopefully 10. I think. Do they not play? I don't think they play.
Idea.
Yeah, I think they have a week off, just like how we did.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
He gets a whole week to prepare while we got to go to Tennessee. That seems fair.
Also, did you hear about in Vandy that they changed their shoot-around time? That messed with our shoot-around time, and they're like, you can go earlier if you want. And we didn't have a shoot-around because
we didn't have a shoot-around at all. No way.
We didn't have enough shoot-around.
You think they can just expunge that game and?
I don't know. I just thought that was frustrating.
Like John Calipari's career.
Because on the radio call, they said that they didn't let them have a shoot-around, and they had to be like, no, that wasn't. It was because of this and that. And I was like, that's still crappy that you find out the day of. They're like, actually, you can come in at 7, 8, 9 earlier, or you just don't have it. And they're just like, well, we have a preparation. I don't know. I thought that was dumb.
Maybe what really happened is like in the Varsity Blues scene where the whole team goes to the strip club and they open the doors at like 8 a.m. and it's daylight.
Oh, no.
And Pope's like, just go to the hotel. I'll just make something up. Maybe that's what happened because they're in Nashville. I mean, it is Party Town, USA. So, all right. Well, so you think we're going to win or lose?
Gun to my head, we're going to lose. I don't want to be negative, but
why are we always killing people on this show?
It's not killing people. It's just
the gun's empty. Did Brandon Miller bring the gun? I'm gonna say we're gonna lose too. So let's.
How close? I mean, is this a game or is it?
Yeah, we're not gonna get.
We're gonna assume Carr's not playing.
Carr's not playing.
They're not a huge team. They don't have massive guys like they used to.
If I had a Swiss Army knife to my head, I would say.
But is it just like the bottle openers out?
Yeah. Like you can't kill me.
Okay. Yeah. Just one of the smaller ones.
It would just hurt.
The tiny scissors.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ow.
Ow.
Yeah. I would say Carr's coming back Saturday.
I
don't think Mark Pope is going to allow your boy John Calipari to beat him on his home court.
Okay. So I have a question for you, but we'll do it in the next segment. I think it'll work well with that.
All right. I'm Bill.
I'm Chase.
That was Wildcat Chat.